All right, let's go further into the next issues now. The next topic we're talking about right now has to do with the congresses from the APC, the nationwide ward congresses of the All Progressives Congress held on Saturday, May the 5th, but it was marred by violence and confusion in many states.
Absolutely. Now, only a few states like Zamfara and Gombe reported good outcomes at the ward congresses, many remaining conclusive, while INEC cannot even confirm that the process went on in some states.
Now, the party at the national level has asked members who had issues with the conduct of the Congress to seek redress through the appeal committees in their respective states. In Ekiti State, the state secretariat of the All Progressives Congress has been taken over by the police.
But this followed a protest by some aggrieved members of the party known as the Concerned APC stakeholders. They blamed the state exco for Saturday's botched primary election.
I want to say categorically and with a lot of emphasis that the APC in Ekiti State is intact. And I will appeal strongly to the contestants, that is the aspirants, the 33 of them, to please caution their members. If it is on the basis of primary election that was conducted on Saturday, the headquarters of the party at Abuja, under the leadership of Shipoyegun, is the person that has the final say.
By what that has happened and with the instruction of the state party chairman and its ESCO by using a state ESCO to disorganize that election is uncalled for. So as to this, we want to tell you that today we have changed the leadership of this party. In a situation like this, someone has to come out and defend this party. This party belongs to all of us.
All right, joining us from Port Harcourt is former Rivers State governorship candidate of the APC and also a former member of the House of Representatives, Honorable Asita. It's good to have you join us right now.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Now, let's start right away. From your doorstep in Rivers State, the congresses there was marred by a lot of violence to some extent, uncertainty on other parts, and it was a reflection of what happened across the country. What really happened? What's really going on with the APC as far as the congresses are concerned?
Thank you very much, Mike. The congresses in Rivers State was not marred by violence. What happened in Rivers State was that a member of the party with governorship ambition mobilized some of his supporters to come and disrupt the activities at the party secretariat. Now, on Wednesday, preceding the Saturday of the Congress, we had a state executive council meeting where the party chairman clearly told us that the congresses will be held in the wards, not in the local government area or at the state party secretariat. Now, forms were...
It seems we lost connection with Asita. We'll try to regain connection with him so that we can continue. Well, it seems we have him back now.
Yes. Back now. Yeah, exactly. Honorable Asita, go ahead. You were making your point.
Yes, the congresses were not marred by violence. Some people attacked the party office before the date of the Congress. Like I said, congresses were not to be held in the state party secretariat. The congresses were to be held in the wards. Now, when these people attacked the party secretariat, they attacked the party secretariat with the intention of disrupting the congresses. Now, after they had finished vandalizing the party secretariat, the congresses still held in the different wards. You know, the congresses were to be by option A4, where there were no consensus persons, candidates. It was to be by option A4. So the congresses held all over the state. One of the places where the congresses was very peaceful was in Gokana. I've watched the video clips. It was very, very peaceful.
So why did supporters of Senator Magnus Abe protest then if it was peaceful in your state?
Now, you know this popular saying that the minority will have their say and the majority will have their way. What Senator Magnus did was that he encouraged his supporters to attack the party secretariat. When we met at the State Executive Committee level on Wednesday, Senator Magnus proposed that the congresses should not hold, that we should share the positions among stakeholders. And we told him that across the country, congresses will hold, and that at the state executive level, it was impossible to impose persons across the wards as ward officers. That even if there are places where consensus was to be agreed upon, that such decisions should be made at the different ward levels. I think that didn't go down well with him. So he arranged his thugs to go and scatter the party secretariat. The party secretariat was vandalized. They stole bags of rice. They stole air conditioners, stole refrigerators in the party secretariat, destroyed the party secretariat. Now, but unfortunately for them, the congresses were not to be held in the state party office. The congresses were to be held in the different wards. So the congresses, by the time they had exhausted them.
No, not again.
All right. The line, I guess the weather. Okay, I think I understand he's back now. Well, Honorable Asita, let me ask you this. The point there is, there were lots of fears initially as to the congresses and the state and then the national convention. And a lot of people were saying that they were looking for ways for these conventions not to hold. But if you take a statistics of how the process was conducted across the country, in the states, in more than half of the states run by APC had issues in their congresses or in their primary election. Is this confirming the initial fears in the minds of so many members of your party?
I don't know about the fears of so many members of our party. Now, in politics, if you are not popular, you don't get support. If people like you, they support you. In River State, I don't know about other states because I was in Port Harcourt in River State the days before the Congress up to the Saturday when we had the Congresses. Our people were excited. In some wards, the people were willing to return the party officers that are running the party when they are satisfied that they were running the party well. In places where the members of the party in the ward were not satisfied with certain officers, they were willing to vote to change them. There are also people who are aspiring to become party officers. So in River State, there was excitement. Unfortunately, Senator Magnus knows that if at any time party congresses are held, he cannot actualize his purpose of having all the party officers support him. So he decided that the congresses should be disrupted. Unfortunately, he never had capacity to disrupt the congresses in the different wards. So he mobilized a few talks to the party secretariat to vandalize the party secretariat and give the impression that there was crisis in the state. There was no crisis.
What about the allegation leveled against the APC leadership in Rivers State that they went against the guidelines of the exercise by allowing some contestants to pick up forms on the day of the Congress?
Forms were being sold to members of the party who wanted to contest. You go to the bank, pay money, you go to the party office and they give you forms. The guidelines
really having issues with
or the party secretariat that you should go with your bank teller to the World Congress venue and you will be given a form to and allowed to contest the election. And there were several cases where people went with their tellers to the World Congress and they were given forms and they participated.
All right, you mentioned Senator Magnus Abe as being behind those who attacked the state secretariat, but are there evidence really that he was behind it? Because when some of our reporters tried to ask these questions, they all denied that they were not behind those who attacked the state secretariat.
Now, some the party secretary who attacked the party secretariat were arrested, and they confessed on camera that they were supporters of Magnus Abe. In fact, a member of the House of Representatives who led the operation, Honorable Chidi Uyoka, was arrested. Senator Magnus went to the police station to release him in OGRA police station here.
All right, what about the accusation?
He did not deny that the people who went to vandalize the party secretariat were his supporters.
All right, yeah, but there's a difference between his supporters doing that on their own and he sending them to do that. Those are the things I want us to put in context.
I said he's behind it. They were his supporters. And most of those who went to the party secretariat were not even members of our party. They were hired thugs. They were brought in buses.
Okay, but he's also saying that there were no elections even in the World Congress, that it didn't hold in the World Congress in all the 344 wards in the 23 local government areas of the state.
No, we have 319 wards in Rivers State, and congresses held in all the wards. We have video evidence of congresses that are held in all the wards, including Senator Magnus's ward. The congress held about 100 meters away from his house in the village. The congress is held. I have seen the video evidence. Now, those who came to conduct the congress went round some places. They visited. TV cameras and TV crew went round. Even some of your people, I'm sure they went round venues of some of the congresses. And they saw congresses going on. People just want to use their access to the media to cause panic and tension that is completely unnecessary. What is in World Congress is that people will make this level of noise. If the people like you, they will vote for you. If they don't like you, you cannot unleash violence and prevent the people from voting for those that they want to vote for. Look at how they are stealing bags of rice. Are these party members? Some of these people are criminals, hired thugs who came to disrupt, who were paid money to come and disrupt a very peaceful exercise. Unfortunately for them, the party was smarter than that. There was nothing for them to steal in the party office. The forms were not there for them to steal. The party was well organized.
All right, Honorable Asita, let me ask you this. There seem to be lots of disaffection and a conflict within the political parties at so many state levels. You can see that playing out in Kaduna State, in Kano State, in Imo State, in River, even in River State where you are. Do you fear for the future of your political party?
Now, let me tell you what is playing out. You see, there is more access to the media now. So anybody can just create a situation of panic. There is no trouble. In River State, for instance, we have 319 wards. What happened at the party secretariat that is now on national television was orchestrated by an individual that had access to media. If you have money, you can pay the media to air anything you want. That's what happened. Did you go to the 319 wards to see the peace that pervaded the wards? The ward congresses held. So many of the people who participated in these congresses live in the rural areas. They have no business with what one TV freak wants to do. You can organize people and record them and create a situation in the public domain as if there is crisis. I'm telling you that in River State there is no crisis. If Senator Magnus likes, let him come. Let us line up again.
But can we shy away from the crisis in the party across the country?
He comes from one local government area.
Okay, so like I was saying, can you shy away from the crisis
I am not
affecting
from
the
Kaduna
party?
State. I don't know what is happening.
I'm not even mentioning any state, but saying that generally at the national level that the APC is having some issues. And can you really beat your chest that if a national congress is held today, that the party would come out of it unscathed?
As is that I don't understand the crisis that you see in the national office of the party. We have held our congresses last Saturday. We are going to hold local government congresses next Saturday.
Right, we have connection issues and the network issues right there. Now, I know that Nigerians are concerned. It's not necessarily about those who are in support of APC or support of PDP necessarily, but it's about the democracy and the political landscape in the country. And when you hear some of these reports, you begin to become concerned about how the system is going to... We have it back right now. All right, Honorable Asita, let me narrow it down to your state in River State. Now, there has been several reports of the fact that Senator Magnus Abe, who is the APC senator from your state, as well as the Minister of Transport, Rotimi Amechi, who is a stalwart, one of the leaders of APC in your state, don't really see eye to eye, and that has really been is not promoting the party in River State.
It is not true that Senator Magnus and Minister Rotimi Amechi do not see eye to eye. Okay. In fact, on Thursday or so, Senator Magnus was in the house of Minister Rotimi Amechi. So it is not true that they don't see eye to eye. People should stop lying to the media, to the public. We are all friends. We all see eye to eyeball. We see on a daily basis. The truth of the matter is that in every elective Congress, some people will win and some people will lose. Now, if a man knows to prevent the election so that he does not get the embarrassment of losing.
Okay, so in essence, are you saying that APC in River State is not divided in any way?
APC in River State is not divided in any way. To the best of my knowledge. Now, whenever there is a congress for elective purposes, people with different pockets of ambition will want to express their ambition. Now, the majority of the people will decide which way to go. What is happening is that some persons who are in minority, who have money and access to the media, who know that they will lose, that they will not have their way at the congresses, are the ones creating this situation. This situation lives with you in the media. It is not applicable to the people in the grassroots. Our people were excited at this Congress and they participated fully, word by word. I wish that you could watch the videos word by word. In the 319 words, the Congress is held. I've told you, even in Senator Magnus's ward, the Congress is held less than 100 meters to his house. Very close to his house. He went to Gokana. He saw his people line up against him. He saw his people. He was disappointed, so he went back home. The people have a right to decide who to support and who not to support. Don't the people have rights?
All right, Honorable Asita, I want to believe that you have been following the developments of your political party even outside of Rivers State, because Rivers State is just part of the larger political landscape. And from reports here and there, I wonder if your party is really ready to tell Nigerians, from a lot of dissatisfaction amongst Nigerians as to whether the party has not brought the kind of change they expected, and if your party is ready to speak with Nigerians towards the next election.
Mike, I don't understand you clearly. In Rivers State, APC is opposition, and we have somebody in government house, the governor of Rivers State, and I don't want to talk about whether he's performing or he's not performing. But at the national level, the things that our party promised, we are delivering on them. We are delivering on security, we are delivering on the economy, we are delivering on employment, and we are our party in government is pursuing the looters. And again, one of the reasons why you have this condemnation of our party at the national level is because the looted funds are still talking. Once the looted funds have been recovered, the place will be quiet.
Okay, earlier you talked about the party in Rivers State being united. But what do you have to say about the deputy chairman of APC there, Peter Odike, saying the same thing as Magnus Abbey, that there was no Congress?
Peter Odike is one of Magnus Abbey's supporters. He supports Magnus Abbey for governor. So what do you expect?
Okay, what about a court injunction that was sought by one Felix Mboy against that exercise that shouldn't even hold in the first place? Didn't the party now go against a court injunction by doing so?
Azizat, Peter Odike is my friend. I know him. He's not a lawyer. I am surprised that Peter Odike could say that there was a court injunction. They prepared something like a motion to file in court. They are not even filed. And Peter Odike came to the media to show that there was a court injunction.
Filed by Felix.
I know what a court injunction is. There was no court injunction.
All right. Now, Honorable Sita, in all of this, we know that when a section of the party says there was peaceful conduct of the Congress elections, and then other section of the party is still in the same place, say there was no conduct of the Congress and nothing took place. Don't you think this kind of disagreements, because whether you say, well, the majority will always have their way and minority will have their say, like you put it in earlier on, but at the end of the day, don't you think there can, because a lot of these people have their support base, Absolutely. Don't you think it's going to spell doom for the party, especially you mentioning that your party is a minority party in Rivers State?
You see, I don't know how else to explain this to you. The congresses we held were for elections, for elective purposes, and in every election, people must contest. Now, what Senator Magnus wanted was that we should not do the election. We should, if possible, we should allow those who are there to continue. The purpose of this Congress was for election. Every 4 years, the party constitution prescribes that we should hold congresses to elect party officers to run the party for another 4 years. So there is no how we would have avoided this Congress. Now, if you know that the congresses hold and elections are conducted, you will lose. Your people will lose. Then you come to the media and create a situation of crisis that does not exist, that exists only in your mind and in your imagination. Now, in Rivers State, there are several aspirants to the governorship of Rivers State in the party. And all the other aspirants, I can name them, they are up to about 10. All of them are quiet. They participated in the Congress. Only Senator Magnus Abe is crying wolf. What is the problem with him? If you are popular, go and win in the field now. What has been his contribution to the party? If it is not for selfish purposes, you will not see him. The people see. The people want to vote. The people want their party to be in government. And if there are people like Peter Odike who cannot run the party, and the people say we want to vote, other people are also interested in the position. And he is afraid that if we go to election, he will lose. Then he comes to pay money to the media and organizes a few talks to say, we not go agree, we not go agree. Congress should not hold. Then life should stop because one person is protesting. Let them protest. If all the governorship aspirants in Rivers State had led their different protests, then you would have said that there is a crisis. Now, only one person is, because he has access to the media, is complaining that there was no crisis. He arranged criminals to go and vandalize the party office in the state headquarters. After they finished vandalizing, the Congress is held in the 319 wards, and winners have already emerged.
Okay. And in the beauty of democracy, would you support, of course, would you say that a Congress should be held, national Congress should be elective Congress should be held for national offices of the party to be filled, or you prefer consensus agreement?
The constitution of our party prescribes that every 4 years elections should be held to the party offices to produce officers to run the party for 4 years. Now, if you go to the Congress or to the convention and the delegates at the Congress or at the convention are satisfied with the performance of the present executive, they are at liberty to decide by consensus that the officers should continue. They are at liberty to say, no, we don't want the officers to continue. We want to change. Now, even if they say they want to change, they will subject the process to election, and if the people are still the people who are occupying the office can still win, can still be re-elected. So, for the purposes of this year, what our constitution says is that we should hold elective congresses.
All right, yeah, that is what the Constitution says, but there are still moves within the political party to have the issues of consensus, where some forces within the party are still pushing for the National Executive Council and the executive members of the party to stay on for the next 1 year. There's still moves on the ground, moves for that.
Yes, there is nothing wrong with it. It's politics. People lobby, people talk to people. What you cannot do and succeed in politics is that you cannot force other people to accept your position. But if you lobby and people agree with you, there is nothing wrong with it. Then the party will say, okay, everybody, all the delegates come together to say we agree that this man should continue, this woman should continue. But you can't force me to agree. Consensus means agreement.
All right, Honorable Asita, former Rivers APC Deputy Governorship candidate and, of course, former House of Representatives member, thank you very much for your analysis at this time on the show.
Thank you.